Welcome everyone. As you're coming in, uh, let me know where you're tuning in from. Welcome in, welcome in. If you guys are catching this live, say hi. Let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat down below. Let me know where you're watching from. So tonight, you guys, we're doing something a little different, something simple, natural, affordable. We're going to be exfoliating our faces, okay? And we're going to be using three ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen, okay? It's going to be a natural exfoliant. We're using baking soda, coconut oil, and castor oil. And yes, I will be mixing this live and putting it directly on my face. Uh, Hi, Kristen Hollis. Hello, hello. So before we start, this is not medical advice. I'm simply sharing what works for me and what I've researched. As always, do a little patch test on your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. Uh, if you're on a healing journey, you guys, whether that's skin, hormones, fibroids, or just learning to care for yourself more intentionally, then this video is for you. Because healing isn't just internal, it's how we treat ourselves externally too. So let's talk about why we exfoliate. Your skin naturally sheds dead skin cells every 28 to 40 days. But as we age, that process slows down. So the dead skin can build up. And I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to make sure I don't miss you guys' comment. But the dead skin can build up, you guys, and it can cause dullness, uneven texture, and even clogged pores and breakouts. Um, and for some people, hyperpigmentation can appear worse. So exfoliation helps remove the dead skin. It brightens your complexion. It improves product absorption if you wear makeup. And it also encourages healthy skin turnover and supports smoother makeup application. So now, over exfoliating is real. Okay, we're not scrubbing like we're cleaning a bathtub. We're going to be gentle, intentional, and loving. So first, baking soda. Okay, baking soda is a very fine powder. That's going to be the first ingredient that we use here tonight. And it's a very fine powder and it acts as a natural exfoliant. If you rub baking soda in between your fingers, it feels like fine grains of sand. Okay. Yes, Les. I'm sorry, Mother Motivated. That is correct. You can also have breakouts due to having bad gut. A lot of the issues that people have starts in the gut. So yes, you are absolutely correct. Um, Sorry, lost my train of thought. Oh, baking soda. It acts as a physical exfoliant, meaning it will manually buff away dead skin. Okay, and the benefits of baking soda includes basically it gently removes the dead skin buildup. It helps unclog your pores. It can temporarily reduce excess oil. It may help brighten dull skin, and it has mild antibacterial properties. Yes, Mother Motivated. I'm talking about the first ingredient we're going to use in our natural exfoliant tonight, which is baking soda. So right now at this moment, I'm talking about baking soda, but I'm also going to give benefits of the other two ingredients I'm going to be using in this natural exfoliant here shortly as we move along. And you guys, as you're coming in, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do me huge favor. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this content. So now let's be honest, baking soda is alkaline. Our skin is naturally slightly acidic. So that means that this is something that you should soft and supple. So if you guys caught my previous live, I did a live on how to moisturize dry skin, how to moisturize your face. And the two ingredients that I used in that video were coconut oil and castor oil. So if you have not watched that video, definitely watch that video after you watch this live. Let's see, Mother Motivated. It doesn't look like my phone is buffering on my end. Um, on my end, everything looks good. Is it still buffering for you, Mother Motivated? Please let me know. All right. So if you're acne prone, coconut oil can clog pores for certain types of skin. So know your skin, and you can always substitute with almond oil or something. For me, I just use a small amount of coconut oil. Coconut oil is my favorite part of this mixture. It contains ricinoleic acid, which has anti-inflammatory properties. It is also antimicrobial, and again, it is deeply moisturizing. Some of the benefits of coconut oil: it supports hydration, it may help calm irritated skin, it can support wound healing, it promotes a healthy glow, and it helps lock in moisture. Um, okay, thank you for the update. So it's working now. Okay, I hope that wasn't my phone, but let me know if that happens again, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. Um, so also the other thing regarding castor oil is thick. So when we use it, we don't need to use too much, okay? I also love castor oil, and that is the third ingredient. I love castor oil because in the holistic space, it is often associated with lymphatic support and detox support, and when used externally. And while we're not making medical claims here on this channel, I personally love using these products because they do align with overall wellness. Okay, let's start mixing. Trying to see. I think the phone is aligned in a good position. Hello, Bow 1503. I am so sorry. I know you're a subscriber. I've seen you on here so many times, but I always feel like I'm saying your YouTube name incorrectly. But hi, how are you? Um, Glad to have you on here. And yes, I agree. Who doesn't love a glow, right? So let's go ahead and move on, you guys. I'm going to show you how I mix this natural exfoliant. So I have here just a stainless steel container that we're going to use, and this teaspoon. So I'm going to add, and this doesn't have to be exact measurements because you're actually going to dilute it with coconut oil and the castor oil. So here I'm just adding the baking soda. This is just what I have on hand. It's not the best brand, but this is what we're using today. If you can get Bob's Red Mill baking soda, that would be a better option. I'm gonna do it over the sink so I don't make a mess. Okay, so it's not even a full teaspoon. That's about how much I'm gonna use. I'm gonna add it to my little container. Like I said, it doesn't have to be exact amounts. And then next, I talked about this one before in my last video, but this is coconut oil. This is the Publix brand, so I buy this at Publix. And it is what you want to look for when buying coconut oil. Basically, you want to get the virgin coconut oil. It's unrefined and it is cold pressed. And this one is organic. The Bob's brand is better because it has less aluminum in it. So yeah, anytime you're using anything that's processed, they have other stuff in there. But the Bob's brand is a better brand. I just don't have access to it at the moment. So we're using the old school, old fashioned Arm and Hammer that grandma has in the kitchen to cook with. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the castor oil. And when you're looking for castor oil, you want to try to get the black castor oil or Jamaican black castor oil. You want to make sure it's hexane free. And the one I'm using is also vegan. And this is what it looks like. And I got this from Sprouts if you have it in your area. And I'm about to use about oops, it's overflowing. Definitely do it over the sink. I'm using about a teaspoon of this, and I'm just gonna add it to this mixture, like so. And we're gonna mix, and you're just gonna keep mixing, but you're also gonna look at the consistency of your mixture, okay? You don't want it to be too thick, but then you don't want it to be too runny also. And just keep in mind when you put the coconut oil in, it is gonna melt as you mix it, okay? Because you're adding heat to it, so it is gonna melt. Welcome in everyone. Again, as you're coming in, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please help me reach my goal of 250 subscribers and subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified when I go live or post additional content. Okay, so my mixture, I'm satisfied with this. Actually, I'm gonna use a little more coconut oil because I had a clump of baking soda here. So I'm not coconut oil, but castor oil. Again, you don't want it to be too runny, but you don't want it to be too thick also. And just remember that baking soda is not gonna dissolve, okay? So if you feel that it's grainy on your face, it's supposed to be. That's what's gonna be exfoliating the face. Let's see, Mother Motivated says Sprouts, Whole Food, Fresh Market, type markets for these items. That is correct. That's where you're gonna find more options as far as more natural options that you can use as opposed to your local grocery stores. Although I would argue that Publix, if you don't have like a Whole Foods or Sprouts or Fresh Market, Publix would be your go-to. Okay, so this is what my mixture looks like. So it does coat, it coats the spoon. Let me, I'm making a mess, you guys, but it does coat the spoon if you can see it. And that's what it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead, I already just put some water on my face before I went live. And you want to put this on damp face. So your face needs to be a little damp, which mine is. And I'm going to go ahead and start applying this to my face. 1 second here. Let me know in the chat down below, have any of you tried this before? And if so, how often do you do it? And how did it turn out for you? So again, you do want a soft paste, not too runny, not too dry, okay? And I'm just mixing it some more with my fingers, you guys. The spoon didn't do an adequate job because like I said, that coconut oil is gonna melt. All right, this is good. So I'm holding it with one hand and I'm going to use my fingers to apply the mixture. And when you're applying it, You just want to use gentle circular motions, okay? Very lightly. You want to make sure you get uh, this part right here, not directly under the eye. You don't want to do that, but you want to make sure you get the jawline and the chin. Okay. And definitely the nose. So this will help to remove any blackheads you might have on the nose area. It again will help remove dry skin, dead skin. It will exfoliate that. Oh, Mother Motivated, you've never tried it. I would encourage you to try it. The next time you feel like you need to exfoliate your skin, do it this way. It'll leave you with a nice glow. Okay. And then this area below the nose, and a little goes a long way, so I actually made too much, but that's okay. And it feels so good, you guys. Sometimes you just have to give yourself a little TLC, you know? My son is in the living room doing his thing, watching his little show, and I'm just taking a little time to myself, exfoliating my skin. Then I'm gonna hop in the shower and get ready for bed afterwards. But again, make sure you get that jawline and your chin. All right, let me know in the chat below, have any of you guys used any of these products we're using today? Either externally or internally. Let me know how you use the product. I know with coconut oil, it's good for oil pulling. So have you guys tried oil pulling or know what that is? And then I know I have several videos where I'm talking about castor oil and using it for my fibroids. And there's another video where I mentioned you can use coconut oil and castor oil in your hair, your eyebrows, your eyelashes, the hair itself, and it does help it grow. Oh, Lord. This is messy, but it's oh so worth it. And I'm going to focus on my nose, you guys. My nose tends to get really dry, especially during this time of year, during this season. But like I said, it does also exfoliate. It gets rid of some of those blackheads that that tends to show up around your nose. So I'm going to focus on this area now that I've applied this natural exfoliant all over my face. Mother Motivated says, I've never tried oil pulling. I can't use coconut oil. Okay, so Mother Motivated, you can actually, you can still, if you're interested in trying oil pulling, you can still do so. You don't necessarily have to use coconut oil. That's just the most common oil chosen. Primarily, I like the taste of coconut oil. I love coconuts. I love coconut water, but I do know, it doesn't agree with everyone. So you can also do oil pulling with olive oil. But if you do olive oil, make sure you're getting the real olive oil. A lot of the olive oil that are sold here in the United States is not real olive oil, but they label it that. So if when you're looking for olive oil, just make sure when you look on the back of the label that it's it only lists one country. If you see multiple countries listed on there, then they've added a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not real olive oil, but you could probably also do oil pulling with avocado oil. So it doesn't just have to be the coconut oil. That's just what I use when I do the oil pulling. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm rubbing my face. It feels so good. This baking soda is like a gentle little scrub. And let's see, Bow 1503 says, I have used castor oil on my scalp and hair. I have used coconut oil all over my entire body. Nice. I love to hear that. So what did you think? Do you continue to use it? Bow 1503. Do you continue to use castor oil on your scalp and hair and coconut on your body? Because coconut oil is definitely a good moisturizer. It seals in the moisture, so definitely for the winter, for those of us who want to avoid, using lotion due to all the extra ingredients that are in it. Some ingredients that are harmful to us. You can definitely use coconut oil. You can even use castor oil on your skin. If you have a skin condition, if you're prone to acne, it's really good to use it on your skin, on your face. What it does is it'll dry it out. And again, coconut oil is antibacterial, so it will dry it out and it will heal the acne. But with anything, you do have to use it more than once, the coconut oil. Not the exfoliant. The exfoliant, you don't want to use it so often because it is a little bit abrasive. So you want to do gentle rubs. You can do it quickly, but don't press down too hard. You want to be gentle. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with this. All right. I made a mess. I made a mess. So you just want to do very light pressure. You don't want to scrub aggressively. And as a recap, focus on the forehead, around the nose, chin, and jawline. And again, you want to avoid under the eye area. And you actually want to avoid active breakouts or broken skin. Okay? So when I'm taking care of my skin, it's a form of self-respect for me. For those of us healing hormonally, healing from fibroids like myself, or just walking through life transitions, sometimes our skin reflects our stress. And Lord knows I got enough of that stress. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off with lukewarm water. I'm going to rinse it off with lukewarm water, and then I'm going to pat it dry. And basically, when you're rinsing it off, you're really just rinsing off the baking soda. Your skin is still going to be oily from the castor oil and the coconut oil. So what I like to do after I rinse it off, I let it sit for a few minutes, like maybe 15 minutes. And then I'll wash it off with my facial cleanser. But I have also done this, just depending on how dry my skin is. I've done this. Sorry, it was getting in my eye. I've done this before, and I've left, you know, like I said, it's you're basically rinsing off just the baking soda. So the coconut oil and the castor oil is still on your face. You can feel it. I've done this before and left it overnight and just went to bed like this, and woke up the next morning and then washed my face off with my normal routine, you know, my face wash and so forth. Hi there, Lisa J. Stocks. Welcome. So nice to have you. How are you? Oh, yes, I think I saw you on there too, on the Stock Squad Live with Keenan and Stocks with Josh and Stock Up with Larry Jones. I'm a fan. And Mo, can't forget Mo, Stocks with Mo. I'm a fan. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Oh, Mother Motivated. So, the Stock Squad is it's usually a group of 4 men. This is where, so I haven't shared this with you guys, but I do try to do some day trading when time allows during work hours. But I also am investing for the long term as far as my retirement goes. And a lot of what I am incorporating, I learned from there are YouTubers here on YouTube. It's 4 of them, and I watch all 4. I also watch Chris Sane. He makes guest appearances on the Stock Squad from time to time. But the 4 that I watch, their names are Stocks with Josh. He is known as the chart goat, you guys. If you're interested in investing and you don't know where to start, here it is. Here's who you need to watch. Stocks with Josh, Keenan Grace, Stocks with Mo, I think is his channel, and Stock Up with Larry Jones. Okay, they're my YouTube online teachers. I have learned so much from them. I've learned how to day trade, and I've learned how to invest. Okay, I'm trying to save up for retirement, and I listen to these guys nightly. If one doesn't post a video, the other ones will, you know. So I'm constantly listening to them, taking notes, and trying to apply it to my life. And if you guys are interested in that content, catch them on their channel. Don't forget to subscribe to their content, to their channels. They're really good. You won't regret it. Again, Chris Sane is another one that makes guest appearances on the Stock Squad. I've been watching these guys for years, so you won't be disappointed. You'll learn a lot. So yeah, that's where Lisa and I were tonight before I came on this live. So I'm so happy to have you on here, Lisa. And Lisa, since you're new here, my channel, we mostly talk about health and wellness and natural alternatives. Right now, I am talking a lot about my fibroid journey because I have 5 fibroids, which I'm trying to heal naturally. But tonight, excuse me, we did a natural exfoliant, which I just got through doing, but I'll give you a brief summary. So, baking soda, castor oil, you want to make sure it's black castor oil and hexane free, along with, excuse me, coconut oil. And you want to make sure the coconut oil is unrefined virgin coconut oil and cold pressed. And the one I'm using is organic. Excuse me. Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you. I appreciate that. You was watching my video about fibroids. Oh, you have three. I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, so are you trying to shrink yours naturally? If that's not too, if I'm not being too invasive, I'd like to know if you're trying to shrink your fibroids naturally, or do you plan on getting them surgically removed? I know my doctor had suggested that I go on, I forgot the name of the pills, but it was something that was going to create blood clots, because my fibroids are causing me to have extremely heavy menstrual cycles every month. And I refuse to do that option. I refuse to take the pills because it's going to cause blood clots, right? So I told her, I said, well, what are the risks? And she said, well, you're not high risk, um, because you don't have a history of blood clots. So I told her, I said, I don't now, but if I start taking these pills, I will. I'm like, what? Okay, you don't want to have surgery hoping they don't continue to grow. I will keep you in my prayers, Lisa. I'm hoping mine don't continue to grow either. But last year, 3 months after I had my transvaginal ultrasound, I I think that was when I started. That was when I started with my fibroid journey. Right after I found out, and then from that time until 3 months later, I increased my vitamin D. A lot of women who are or who have fibroids are deficient in vitamin D. So just increasing the dose, and this is not medical advice, but this is what I do based on what I've researched. If you haven't already seen this in the videos you've watched on my channel, but I try to do, I started off doing 50,000 IUs of vitamin D, but now I'm actually I think I'm doing 150,000 IUs of vitamin D weekly. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm not mathing correctly. I am doing 50, 50. I'm doing 200,000 IUs weekly. So, and then of course, you want to take that with K2 to help the vitamin D get to where it needs to be, um, and whatnot. But I have several videos on that topic. And I'm sorry, I got off topic. So, okay, so I just patted my face dry after removing the baking soda. Um, and my skin, I feel like, is moisturized. And if you guys need to, after you have rinsed off your face, if you feel like you need additional moisture or moisturization, you can actually go ahead and apply a little bit more of the castor oil on its own, or the coconut oil. Personally, I would go for the castor oil, just because my skin tends to be really dry in the winter. It's crazy. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you for the sub, Lisa. I so appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, so my skin feels softer, smoother. It feels refreshed. But remember, you guys, this is not for daily use. Patch test on your skin, adjust based on your skin type. And as always, this is not medical advice. If you guys are walking through a healing journey, internally or externally, just remember, healing is layered, okay? You nourish your body, you renew your mind, and yes, you care for your skin. Small habits do add up, okay? If this has blessed you tonight in any way, please share this live with another woman who needs a simple self-care reset. And if you're new here, welcome. My channel is about healing, wellness, shrinking fibroids naturally, faith, and becoming whole from the inside out. Thank you guys for being here. And as always, let's grow together, learn together, and heal together, one day at a time. Have a good night, you guys. Bye.